Yo guys, what's up? So it's literally 5:30 a.m. in the morning and I'm literally just getting glazed in my comment section. Damn the editing. What kind of editing is this, bro? I would buy your editing course. Holy editing. Holy. And it's literally edited. Who edited? Peak editing. Bro is insane at editing. I'm a passionate editor. It's every single comment, every other comment is just editing, 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 editing. Okay, this is an editing breakdown video. Okay, so we're now sitting in my composition, and there's around almost 50 different layers inside layers on this composition. So we're gonna do a breakdown of how I did this editing. So let's start with the intro. Oh no. Okay, so intro is really simple. We start off with let's start off with this. So the intro is just text with a displacement map on top of it. So nothing crazy. It's just text with a wiggle on it. This is not that bad. This is just text moving with an animation, a playback, like a typewriter animation, and then a fade with a Gaussian blur right here. So it just blurs out right here, and then yeah, and then we do it 4 times. So that's how you do it. Um, then then let's go back to the intro part. Now, after we did that, we do this. We go into a transition like this, and then we go into this crazy 3D like Apple UI. So the way I did this is first, this is just a transition. So to do this is just it's just a paint layer. So it's just like an overlay that basically just makes it like this. Very simple, very simple like this. Then we go to this. So this was a little bit more difficult. So first I had to make this. So this is just a PNG. We have a PNG right here, and then we make a typewriter on top. We mask this layer right here, so that we typewriter, and then we mask this right here as well. So this is also a mask. So when this fades in, it's just a white box on top of this, like that. And then we do the same thing from here. When the text goes in, we do a white box. See, like we do a white box to cover the background of this. So that's how we do this right here. It's very simple. That's how we do that. Now, I think I got lost. I lost track of layers. Um, okay. This is a lot. Even I don't know how much there is. So that's that. So that's in the intro, right? Then then we um then we put this on top of it. Yo, there's so much on this. Oh, okay. So this layer, right? This character right here of me moving around is a 3D layer with every single different body part right here. So so each layer right here is individually animated with PNGs. You can see the keyframes, they're all individually animated PNGs, and then we just like, yeah, we just animate all these individually. Then we put it, I put it on a 3D model of a bench, so then it looks 3D. So then we spin. I use a camera and a spotlight. So the spotlight basically illuminates it from the side. So this is what it would look like with no spotlight. We put a spotlight on it to make it look like it's illuminated from the side, and then we use a null layer to basically just manipulate it so it spins around. Basically, that's simple. So we spin around the character, and then if I can go back through my project, hopefully we don't lose track of this. Um, I hope I don't lose track. There's a lot of stuff in here. Basically, I do one layer, right? I duplicate this twice. And I put one layer onto directly onto the flat thing from before. So like before we did a flat, remember we did this with the dictionary and the thing. We put this directly on top of it, and then we pre-comped it so it's flat. So it stays flat right here. And so in the very first part, it will be flat. So it's a flat layer together. Then we just manipulate this to move it like this. Then we go zoom out, right? We zoom out and then we fade down. So when we zoom out and fade down, this is not 3D anymore, right? But we duplicated the layer of that one thing. So then So then we did a fade in. This PNG goes down, but then we duplicated the layer. So basically we just have it we faded in at the exact position that the other one was previously at. So the 2D version of it goes down while the 3D version goes in, and then we basically make it spin. So you turn on the 3D layer, you make it spin, and then I added these photographs right here. So these photographs basically it's really simple to extrude the photographs like this. Um, it's really simple. So this is a Polaroid. Actually, I don't know what layer this is. Is it this? Oh, I think it's together. So basically, it's just one layer like this, like this. We do a fade in right here, and this layer has basically the photographs right here, just next to it. So one photograph layered in front, one photograph layered next to it. So these two are both on together, and they're binded to like the 3D layer, and then yeah, um, and then yeah, uh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Wait, where was I? Yo, this is kind of complicated. Like here, yeah. Wait a second. I forgot where I was. Oh, yo, how did I edit this again? Yo. I don't know how I edited that. Okay, so that is really relatively simple, right? We made those three, and then we just move the camera so that it rotates. It zooms in here and zooms in here, and then simple. And then since this is a 3D camera, we also just put 2D PNGs in the environment as well. And then so whenever we move the camera, it'll stay in its original position. So we move the camera this way, and it'll stay there. And then if we move the camera this way, it'll stay there. Then we go here. So that is the intro. That is the intro part. That is the first I don't know. That's the first 5 seconds of this. This is 10 seconds of the video, right? Okay. So now we have this part. This part is actually really simple. Unfortunately, I actually did this in a separate AE file, but it's basically, this is relatively simple. This is just a 3D camera layer, and then we just put the photographs in like the 3D space. Then we put a text right in the middle in the 3D camera layer as well, and then we binded the text to the camera so that it can always be seen at all points of the thing, so you can see it like there, and it always faces the camera. Then we just rotate it, and then we just add some effects. So this is just a vignette, and then we just like increase the width and stuff, and then it just went down and up, and yeah, like that. So that was a really simple part. That only took like an hour, 2 hours, actually 3 hours maybe. That's not that bad. That was not that bad. Um, and then yeah, next part. This is easy. Okay, this one looks complicated, but it's not that bad. So this looks like crazy, right? But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let me explain. So this part right here, this is just the overlay on top of this, and inside here is just it's basically just a 3D camera layer. It's a 3D camera layer with a 3D model right here, and then we just put another PNG on top and retract it. Then we added a spotlight, and then we just added a video in the background, so then it just plays like that. So this is really simple. This is relatively simple. Yeah, so that's relatively simple. And yeah, so that's the transition. See, there's just like a lot of effects on top of it, like the thingy on top of it, like the overlay, the crap paint overlay. And then yeah, then I did a flash, so I just did a white solid, so it's just like a white solid to make it flash. And then here's a different part. Here is a part. Basically it's just this is simple as well. Basically it's just a background, a speed paint background of one of my old thumbnails. Then it's just a 3D camera, and then we just extrude the layers like this, and then we just manipulate the camera with the object, And then yeah, this is Blender as well. I think this is Blender. That's Blender. And then yeah, that's it. So that's chill. And then we added the overlay again on top of that so that it gave the like stylized feel of it. Then here, all of the 3D. Oh, okay. So I think this is relatively simple as well. This layers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did it in here. Oh no. So this is just pictures. These are all just pictures. Yeah, pictures. And then all I just did was I just got each picture and I just masked it. So I just masked the picture inside of the frame. So I just masked the picture inside of the frame. So then yeah, that's how I did that. Overlaid like 20 pictures on top of each other. Oh, and then I moved like the camera in perspective so it looks good. Then I added a fisheye lens to make it when it zooms out. Then yeah, that should be fine. This was made by Blender Animator, so I'm not really sure how I did that. I guess I'm just the best. Okay, this parts, these are good. This is all Blender, so I can't really explain how to do that. Um, Here, so this apple glass, I rendered this in a separate file because it like literally crashed my computer. It was so hard to make, but it was just like a lot of layers. It was just like a lot of like the glass, blah blah blah. I forgot. It was something like that. But yeah, just a lot of like glass onto. It was kind of simple, but like also like it required like 5 layers per each glass thing. So it was not that good. Then this, okay, this was crazy. This mogging pictures were crazy. So to make this right, this is so bad. Okay, so obviously you need to learn how to do like perspective. So obviously 3D cam. We made a 3D cam environment and we put obviously all the stage stuff so that when you move the camera, it's fine. It looks like perspective, right? It looks like 3D a little bit when you zoom in. All of the stuff stays the same. But first of all, I started with making this thing right here. So this Photoshop thing. We started with this Photoshop thing, and then we masked out the inside of it, and then I mean me, not we. Basically, I'm just saying we. I don't know. Um, I put like an overlay on top of a picture, and then like multiplied layers all over it. So then we put it on top. Then I got a like a white PNG, and then I just made I slowly scaled it up so it goes up. Then I like did a time lapse in Photoshop where I like drew out like over the pictures of the glow up pictures. So these are the glow up pictures. I just took these, I drew over it like a simple like sketch like this, and then I just like added more lines onto it. So then it looked like clean, and then I just removed it so that it's like a good transition. It's a sick transition. We go from this, then we do this, and then we go and we delete it, and it like goes like that. Then the text was just like, oh, we just move in like that. That looks good. Um, the cursor was 3D. Is it 3D? I did multiple layers, and I just like yeah, I just like did a lot of rotation so like it looked good. Then when I did this, I basically what I did right was I took these characters and I binded it to the camera in the 3D object. So what I did was this was a video, right? I already made this separately. I took the PNGs of these characters and I put it on top of this at the exact position, and when I tracked it when it was supposed to move out, right? And then I rendered a separate version of this without a background. Bro, this was so complicated. And then I binded these 2D PNGs to the camera. So when I binded it to the camera, it faces the camera at all times, but we rotated it so it's a different plane, so it looks like that. Then we just made it so we go out, so like you can see this just spins out. This moves out, and then they all spin out. Then I stretch it with scale, and then I just add a chromatic aberration right here, and then yeah, like that. Now this was actually difficult to make. Oh my gosh. This is not actually in the Amori game, bruh. This is a custom character. This is a unreleased character. I literally took the sprites sheet and literally custom animated each movement. So like right here. You can, and I could have removed the background. I could have removed the white, but I thought like the screen tearing looked nicer because it looked like a video game. Since we're posterizing the video in 24 FPS. So yeah. So we go and we move like this, and then we do this, and then we do this. So this is all custom, bro. This is like a GIF. Oh my god, this was so bad. And then I literally remade this whole thing. So this is all in After Effects. This is not a game. And then yeah, we just zoom it out, and then yeah, there we go. And then that's it. This character is simple to make. It's just a PNG overlaid on top of another PNG, and then the other PNG behind it is just moving. And then yeah, that's it. Oh, and there's just like a fisheye lens to make it look nice. And that's it. So yeah, that's the video. That took way too much time.